Hi Taurus, welcome to Tarot. Today we are going to do your love reading for May 2019. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for all your likes, shares, and comments for the last month. We're going to start out pulling these oracle cards, Higher Love Soul Link oracle cards. And if you're ever interested in these cards or any cards that I do in my video, I do have a review channel where I review and do flip through of each card. So that's on my other channel, and T-I without the H. T-I without the H. So I decided to start a second channel to do reviews in case the people who are tuning in just for readings are not interested in cards. So it's over there if you are ever wondering what deck I use. Not every deck I use is over there, but if you have a request for me to do a quick flip through on any of the decks that I use on this channel, monthly readings, let me know. Alright, Spirit Guides, Angels, Ascended Masters, please help me be a clear channel for the Taurus Collective in love for May 2019. Transformation is the card that pops up. You guys are going through some kind of transformation, or that's going to be the energy or the theme for you guys for May 2019. So let's get started with the tarot cards and see. Messages for the Taurus Collective who will be watching this video in love for May 2019. Spirit Guides, Angels, Ascended Masters, please provide reading. Oh, wow. Three of Hearts. Now, traditionally, Three of Swords is a heartbreak, but this deck is a little bit different. Oh, maybe Three of Hearts, Three of Cups. Never mind. I'm thinking Three of Swords. So cups in this deck are hearts. So this is the Three of Cups, but still it's different. So this deck is different, by the way, you guys. So I'm going to read intuitively like how I always do, because this is not going to match. But Three of Hearts, getting together. This reminds me of the Two of Cups, although it says Three of Hearts. So, happy, in love, union, getting together. Look at this. Love everywhere. Hearts everywhere. Sorry, there's a glare from the window. Still daylight out. Get natural light. Okay, so that's good to start on, or start with. Spirit Guides, Angels, Ascended Masters, what messages do you have for Taurus in love for May 2019? Messages for Taurus in love for May 2019. Ten of Swords. There's two paths that you can choose from. So this is Ten of Swords. It looks like you guys are at a fork in a road, and you may need to decide which path to take, the path on the left or the path on the right. Which goes with the transformation, because normally transformation is the ending death card in traditional tarot. So this is interesting. This is, we'll see. It's too early. Eight of Gems. Meticulously working on something very detailed. Now he is crafting a diamond ring. So I'm having, I feel like I'm reading for, I feel like I'm doing two different readings in one Taurus reading. because transformation goes with this card, and Three of Hearts goes with this card. It's like every other card is one reading, and every other card is the other reading. So we'll see. We'll continue on and see. The Hermit, solitude time, spending time alone, isolating yourself, going within. The World, completion. You may be taking a trip. Okay, so there is a completion. There is a choice and completion and ending and transformation. So, Three of Swords. So there is a heartbreak, because I thought this was the Three of Swords, but there is a Three of Swords that comes up. A heartbreak. Tower. So all of these cards came out when I was shuffling. So I took them all, but we'll lay them out and see. Queen of Keys. So this is Queen of Pentacles. This is you guys. So this is you guys. And see. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Taurus in love for May 2019? And happy early birthday, Taurus. Or some of you, we are at the end, we are in Taurus now, aren't we? I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, we are. Today is the 22nd. I'm actually off work today, so that's why I'm doing your cards during reading during daylight. So today's the 23rd. I'm sorry. So we are in Taurus. Happy birthday to all you Tauruses out there. I just realized this is your month. Four of Keys. So there's a key here for each thing. Garage, restaurant, florist. So you're... Okay. Let me just lay everything out, because so far the messages are confusing, and there's two different energies, and there are conflicting messages. So any other messages for Taurus and love for May 2019, Spirit? Messages for Taurus and love for May 2019. Eight of Hearts. Discussing, having a major discussion. It's like something is ending, but you guys don't want it to end, but it's ending, and you're trying to figure it out. Okay. This is my first time using this deck, you guys. It's an independent deck by Simon Good something. Sorry. I don't remember. When I'm channeling, when I'm doing reading, I'm all in my right brain. Okay, new start, new beginning. Sorry. Excuse me. Alright, let me just take a look at these. Lay them so I can see them. Let's do one more so we can have an even. What other messages do we have for Taurus and love for May 2019, Spirit? Messages for Taurus and love for May 2019. Two of Keys. So there's a lot of keys. Four of Hearts. This is the bottom of the deck. She's walking away. Okay. So you guys have had a happy, good run in a relationship. Good times, good memories. This was like a marriage, a wedding. But it's come to a fork in the road. where you guys need to make a decision to continue on with the relationship or to go a different route, or to go your separate ways. And you guys are working it out, trying to work it out by spending time alone by yourself in solitude. But there's lots going on in your head, and it may even be giving you a headache or a pounding headache, because this guy's grabbing his head like, oh my God, it hurts to even think about this. But it looks like the conclusion may be that the marriage or the long-term relationship has reached its completion. And so there is a heartbreak and an ending of some sort, or a new phase of the relationship. And there is the Tower. So sudden, unexpected change in the relationship. And this is you guys. And there's 2 ladders behind her. So 2 choices, 2 paths. So it's like you guys are at that fork in the road in this phase of the relationship after a very good run. And something just kind of blindsided you guys out of the blue. And you got the rug pulled out from under you, and it was abrupt. You guys have had the discussion and decided to take a risk, new beginnings, and walked away. But there's all these keys here. I don't understand these keys. There's keys. There's like an order and a key to everything. So I'm going to clarify the keys. Spirit, can you clarify this 4 of keys for Taurus in love for May 2019? Please clarify this 4 of keys. What is this 4 of keys about for Taurus in love for May 2019, Spirit? 4 of keys. What are these keys for? What do these keys represent for Taurus, the Taurus collective who will be watching this video? Surprise. And what is the 2 of keys? Spirit, please clarify the 2 of keys. Oh, I think it's coming to me. Please clarify the 2 of keys, Spirit, for Taurus collective. Okay, resurrection, abundance. Okay. So this, I feel these keys have to, because of the ending and the abrupt, unexpected change, and then the new beginning and the discussion, I feel like it's a split of assets, you know, when 2 people separate. And so everything is labeled and organized, like, okay, we have the keys to this, the key to that, the key to this, the key to that, and then splitting, because this, even though the title of this card is 2 keys, but yet there's 4 keys here. So I feel like 2 people are ending, going their separate ways, having a discussion about it, and then dividing everything up. Like, here's the keys to this, here's the key to this condo, here's the key to this car, here's the key to the other car, here's the keys to whatever, and then dividing it up. The 2 keys turn into 4 keys because you guys are dividing it up and deciding who gets what, and then walking away, taking your half or your part of assets, and then taking a leap of faith and a new risk to start. And this is the surprise. This was the shocker, the Tower. It's kind of like a bittersweet thing, though, because it's an ending, but it's not like fighting, fighting and then, okay, end. It's like an ending, but a fair ending, and then dividing everything up equally and evenly, and not, not one person isn't greedy over the other or whatever. It's just fair. But it's bittersweet because it's like I said, you guys had a good run. This has been a good, solid relationship, long-term relationship or marriage. And it's like, this is like a memory. When I look at this card, I feel like it's a memory. You know, that picture of the couple on their wedding day, the bride and the groom. And now, all this time, years have passed. And for whatever reason, people outgrow each other. And so now it's transformed. It's ran its course. You guys have helped each other grow. You guys have done the soul contract that you guys had or have had with each other. And now it's transformed. And it's like you try to resurrect it, because this is their skeleton in the graveyard and it says resurrection. You try to resurrect it to what it once was, but it's just not there. It's just not there anymore. Now, this abundance card came out to clarify this 2 of keys. So I think this abundance is just the abundance of the accumulation of all your total assets that you guys have created together or manifest together, and dividing it up. I wonder if some of you guys are with an Aries, because it's interesting, because I just did the Aries video and it was also an ending, but it was such a nice peaceful energy to the ending. And now I'm doing your reading and it's an ending, unexpected heartbreak, but yet it feels very stable, mature, calm, logical. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We decide to go our separate ways. Let's split up the assets. Here's, here's this, you take this, I take this. It's very mature and practical and logical and calm. There's no hate or negativity or fighting back and forth or greed or trying to, stab each other. Or it's just, it's sad, but yet it doesn't feel dramatic. It feels very practical, which makes sense because you guys are Tauruses. You guys are earth signs. So it's very, the energy is very solid, if that makes any sense at all. But then the energy of the theme for you guys for the month is transformation. So maybe you guys are, because you guys are logical, more logical than emotional. If you're a true Taurus, unless you have other, water sign in your chart, then you may be an emotional Taurus. But you guys are looking at things from a very practical standpoint. So the energy, even though it feels, and I see like it's a breakup, it's with a very solid frame of mind, very stable frame of mind, if that makes sense. All right, let's see. What other messages? Learning. Maybe there was a lesson, because I was saying how you guys completed your soul contracts with each other. So maybe you guys learned everything you had to learn. You guys taught each other what you guys were supposed to teach each other. Your soul contract. Spirit. And maybe you two, or maybe this collective, Taurus collective that I'm tuning in, are spiritually evolved. So instead of the normal drama chaos, you guys are looking at it from a very mature spiritual perspective, and you're seeing it for what it is in the big picture. Two people coming together with a soul contract, fulfilling the soul contract. Now it's completed. We've learned what we have to learn. Now we move on to the next phase. We divide everything we have accumulated together, and then it's 50-50. That's how I feel. That's the energy I'm getting. It's very practical, mature. It is what it is. Let's handle it type of a thing. Moving towards the light. That was the other confirmation. So you guys are learning, or you have learned, and you're moving towards the light. So a new phase. Transformation. But there's a lot of transformation going on the planet right now. It's like almost every reading I do, it's so similar. That's why I did that reading, endings and beginnings, because I was so curious. And this is how it was last month, and now it's like this month it's getting the same for each sign. There's this ending and then a beginning. Liberation. Liberation. You've been freed from your soul contract. Your soul is free. Your soul is free. And the bottom of the deck is initiation. Initiation. And your chakras are aligned. You're going on to a higher step, next phase in your life. Going through an initiation. Where there's infinite potential. That's the second card underneath the bottom of the deck. Alright. What other messages do you have for Taurus in love for May 2019, Spirit? Elegance and grace. You're handling the situation with elegance and grace. Beautiful swan. And let's see what messages. Oh, wow. Ceremonials and rituals. Okay, so this goes with the initiation, because you have the initiation card, and then now ceremonial and ritual. Sorry, too bright. That's better. So let me read The ceremonial rituals. Ceremonies have been held throughout time as the human spirit sought to honor or praise, celebrate, give thanks, ask for healing, and so on. While there is great diversity in form, ceremonies typically begin with intent and often call upon a spiritual presence. Are you in the midst of a life change? Would you like to deepen your spiritual practice? Is there something you would like to honor? Since this card has come to you, consider the role of ceremonies and think about where you have a need or desire to create one. Listen to your inner voice. When clarity arrives, you can begin to formulate the ceremony that would best honor your intention. Be open to discoveries or changes and always give thanks to the universe for its love and guidance. And the affirmation is, I am honoring myself through ritual, ceremony, and prayer. That's interesting because the other card that flipped out with it, well, that actually jumped out, but the other card that came out with it was prayer, and I had put it back. But let me read the prayer card for you. Prayer is a way of seeking guidance, finding comfort, and sometimes asking for forgiveness from the higher power. There are no rules as to where or how you should pray, but it is important to trust in the process of prayer and to show gratitude to your higher power for listening and helping you. This card will encourage you to find a place for meditating that is in a beautiful and quiet place. That is in a peaceful and quiet place. The angels, spirit guides, and ascended masters are listening, and they will guide you. Open your heart to their message. There is a power in prayer. Know with certainty that your prayers are being heard and will be answered for the highest good of all concerned. Prayer unites in both the seen and unseen worlds, across the realms of heaven and earth. The affirmation on this card is, I am praying, and I know that my prayers are heard and answered according to the universe divine plan. So Taurus, you guys are going through something very deep on a spiritual level. Transformation, initiation, learning, moving towards the light, ceremonies, ritual, prayer, infinite potential, liberation. It's like your soul. So it's like you're answering your soul calling. It's like your soul is it's like your soul is driving or steering the show or running the show. It's like your soul is running the show. And it's taken over your body. And it's propelling you to where you need to go on a higher level for the reason of why you came to this planet, why you incarnated. In other words, your soul contract, your soul mission. So it's time. You came, you've experienced, you lived, you got married, you have kids, you had relationship, long-term relationship, you met, you did everything, that you experienced everything, and now it's like, okay, I've done all that. It's kind of, the analogy I'm getting is kind of like a youth, you grow up, infancy, and then young youth, and then teenager, and then go wild and crazy and drink and get drunk and get the experience, college, school, partying, dancing, whatever. Not everybody, just generally speaking. And then you get out of the teenage phase, college phase, maybe more fun at the college dorms, partying, and then young adulthood, school, working, getting your first apartment, first condo, first house, blah, 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 get married, family. From a soul perspective, from a bigger picture, we're talking about. This is higher, okay, than the 3D. So the analogy from a soul perspective, it's like that. It's like, and then, people sow their wild oats, and then they settle down, and then they do what they're supposed to do. So from a soul level, it's like your soul came, you had a list of things you want to experience and do, and you did it all. And now it's like, okay, now I'm ready to move on to the next phase. Moving towards the light, initiation, learning initiation, ceremony, ritual, prayer, infinite potential. So now you guys are on like a even higher realm to start this phase. So this may not resonate with all of you Taurus collective that are watching, but this may be for a group or a percentage of the Taurus who will be watching this video, because this is like a soul spiritual growth level reading. It's not like the mundane everyday he say, she say. This is like a soul growth thing. So I hope it resonate with some of you, if not all of you or a few of you. But I ask when I do these readings for the ones who will be watching. So maybe this video will attract the Tauruses who will need to hear this. But it's very, very high spiritual soul mission growth work. Alright, so let's get more confirmation from this. Spirit, what other messages do you have for the Taurus collective in love for May 2019? Wisdom, apply knowledge with skill, because you're learning, so you got your wisdom. Marrying maiden, seek a solid relationship, biting through, relieve the blockage. I don't think these applied. Does this apply? Marrying maiden, seek a solid relationship. Biting through, okay. Alright, so you guys got wisdom from this whole phase. Remember I talked about the whole phase? So this is about, it's kind of like, this is a deep reading. It's kind of like society. You know how you're supposed to grow up, get married, live in white picket fence type of a thing. So you guys went with that. You did the thing. You got in the relationship, got married, did that. Solid relationship. But now through this learning, you guys have gained this wisdom, and you're looking at that traditional role, or what society, the society norm, the norm of marrying, have a solid relationship, all that stuff, white picket fence stuff. You're looking at it with different perspective, different eyes, different wisdom, and you're biting through that, and you're relieving that blockage from a soul perspective. So I hope that makes sense. So basically, society has a certain norm or status quo for people to live by. And the average person in the average culture, and most culture, every culture, go by that. We're raised like that. But it's like you guys did that. And now, and you learn from that. And you appreciate that. But now the soul has a different wisdom. It's like the soul was trapped in that role, that mask that we all, go through. Like, especially in a lot of cultures where we do what we're supposed to do because that was how we were raised. In the Asian culture, in the, every culture, a lot of culture, we're good children, we do what we're supposed to do. But yet the soul was trapped in playing that master, that role, and that's why it felt liberated. Because you guys did that role, did all that, but now you've come to new understanding and wisdom. And so you're gonna, part of your soul mission or your soul contract, why you're here, I believe, is to shatter that norm, that status quo, that roles, if that makes sense. So I'm conveying it correctly. So it goes back to that twin flame journey that people always talk about, but it doesn't necessarily even have to be twin flame. It's whatever your soul contract is. You know, you could be doing this soul contract on your own to shatter the 3D norm. But that's what I'm getting, and that's why this reading is really deep. So for you Taurus that this resonate with, this is like a deep, out of this world type of a reading, not the normal love relationship 3D reading. Spirit, what other messages do you have for Taurus? Messages for Taurus in love for May 2019. Messages for Taurus in love for May 2019. Spirit. Angel of travel. You guys will be traveling. So this is confirmation because I said that earlier with the world completion and then also with the Fool. So you wrapped up a phase. You're starting a new beginning. You're going to pack your bags, going to travel, and the angel travel is with you, traveling with you, guiding you as you travel. Any additional messages for Taurus in love for May 2019, Spirit? Additional message for Taurus in love for May 2019. Additional messages for Taurus in love for May 2019. Compassion. Exploration. Okay, so definitely there's travel because this is the third travel card. Exploration. You guys are going to take that compass and you're going to go and you're going to explore the world and see what's out there and what path you're going to take. So you decide it, because here you are at a fork in the road deciding, and now you have decided, or you will have decided, because we're doing May. So now there was 2 rows and now it's 1, and adventure. And you may be learning compassion as you're seeing the world. You will be seeing things and exploring things that will bring out your compassion or will be teaching your compassion. So, alright guys, I'm going to end it there. I feel that's completed. This is a deep reading, spiritual, very spiritual reading. So I hope you guys enjoy the reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know in the comments if it did. For those of you it didn't resonate, maybe it will next time it is a general reading, or if you want a personalized reading, the information to book a personal reading is in the description as usual. Okay guys, so thanks again for watching and tuning in. Best of luck to you, love and light, on this spiritual journey you're going on. It sounds very adventurous, and I will catch you next time. Bye Taurus, take care.